welcome back to Dreams Are Chaos. I'm your girlfriend Reina, and today I'm back at your screen with the ultimate video that you guys have been waiting for. And I'm sorry this took me so long. It's just I am personally not comfortable talking about weight loss, food. But I just feel that saying that I'm not there yet, or saying that I'm not comfortable about these subjects, or how sensitive or how these things bother me, how far do I plan to take this burden on me, right? So today I feel I'm gonna take a step back, sit down, relax, and this is my first step about confronting my fears about weight loss, food in general, and I hope there's something you can take away from this. And I know you guys have been waiting for the $1,000,000 question, how did I do, or how much did I lose, and all of that, and I hope to cover everything. And yes, I am really nervous, if you cannot tell already. Alright, now to start off with a little disclaimer, I have personally never been able to watch these kind of videos from start to end ever in my life, because usually in the introduction itself people will have their before and after pictures and how much they lost in kgs and in pounds, and it would all feel like it's all rubbing in my face, because I would just be jealous. If I'm being very honest, looking at the screen, I'm like, wow, fine, okay, you did it, how am I supposed to do? Okay, fine, whatever. Like, I would just be mad at somebody else for achieving their goals. I have been that person when it comes to especially these kind of videos. Or even if, you know, the personality is engaging or somebody is funny enough and I was able to start and get through the video, I think halfway through the subject would get so relatable that I would just back off, because who wants to confront fears and issues? Not me. Alright, let's talk about some facts, if I may. So I started my weight loss journey last year in 2019 on 14th of April, and while back at that time I was 105 kgs. Let's take a moment, let's process 105. Yeah, okay. Honestly, that was my same reaction when I stood on the weighing scale. But in terms of how much did I lose, I've lost about 20 kgs in about a year. Right now I am 85 kgs, and in terms of my height, I am a 5'1" and a half. Sometimes I even say 5'2", but in reality I'm 5 feet 1 inch and a half. I don't know what my ideal weight is supposed to be. It's just I want to hit the sweet spot where my body type is inclined towards being healthy rather than being obese. So that being said, those were all the facts. If that's what you wanted to know, you're welcome. Bye bye, see ya. In terms of how, you need to know what just happened, and here comes a little bit of story time. Alright, a little brief about me is that I have always been on the healthier side. I will not say I was obese, but I was definitely a healthy child growing up. But I will not admit that I was obese, because I was so active as a child. I was into so many athletics and sports. It was unacceptable because I had no life beyond sports and athletics. Although in terms of body shaming situations, which I know that is how people start to hate their bodies, it never really comes from within. It's somebody else telling you, oh, you're different, or you're ugly, or you're fat. For me, I think now I realize that was a body shaming incident. Back at that time, I just took it as nothing. I have a very great skill of ignorance, so that's that. So I remember I was in 3rd grade and I was probably 6 or 7. It was a history lecture, and there was this teacher explaining us about the Stone Age man eating flesh of animals. There's this girl who asked the teacher, what exactly do you mean by animal flesh or animal fat? And I remember the teacher pointed out to me and she told me, Reena, come here. And I was like, oh my god, she called me. I remember standing in front of the class and she raised my hand and she pulled out some hand fat and she said, this is what they ate, just of animals. And literally everybody in the class was laughing, including the teacher. And I just didn't understand what happened. So I was just awkward. But that was about it. I saw a lot of whispering and all of that. But like I said, ignorance is my power, girl. It's my power. It's today I realize how disrespectful that is, and how psychologically it can affect someone who is sensitive. Especially, I was made up of stones. So I just remember that incident. Apart from that, of course, I've had people who would say something about my body or my figure or whatever, but it was mostly behind my back, and that is why it never bothered me. And if somebody said it in front of me, I would answer back. You know, a lot of time people will be like, negativity है तो मैं ignore करती हूँ, I take the higher road. What? What higher road? What does that look like? I have no idea. If you say something to me, I will answer back. I will come at you. My parents both have always been those kind of parents. If you get into a fight, girl, you go all 360 on that person. And you know, I'm like, you know, but what if they involve parents and you have to get involved? They're like, if they do, you figure that part out. But if they really have to come to the place, then don't worry, we got your back. So I always knew I had the support of my parents, so I would go all 360 at somebody. Like, there was no joke about it. However, here's what happened. 10th grade happened. So like, you know, when it's the 10th grade, everybody's like, oh my god, next year college, we have to look a certain way, everybody's doing their eyebrows and waxing, everything is new, right? It's like a whole different world. I think that is when I realized, oh my god, I have to lose a little bit of weight, you know, I have to look like others because next year I have to go to college, and like, you know, oh my god, it's going to be thing. 10th May I joined the gym, and that time I was 85, and I was in the gym for about, I want to say 10 to 11 months, and I had lost about 8 kgs. So I was 78 when I left the gym, and I left the gym because I had my board exam, so obviously I had to focus on that. Also, while I was doing that, I will admit that the nutritionist I had back at the time, yes, I did have one, she had suggested I do liposuction, which I did do. I took several of those sessions. I will do a separate video if you want me to talk about it in detail, like pros, cons, did it work or not and stuff. I used to also take injections for B12 or B13, I don't know, but I had done my blood test and I think B12 ही था जो कम था मेरी बॉडी में. So I used to take injections every week. So इतना सब करके 10 महीने में I lose only 7 to 8 kgs. Board exams, so I had to leave the gym, and you know, when you leave the gym, like any normal person, I left the diet also, and I started eating whatever I wanted to, and then I went to college. Amazing time of my life. However, when I went back to the gym, I think after 6 months, I was at 92. It took a toll on me. However, again, 12th happened, so board exams. Again, I left the gym. I never went back to the gym because I looked at myself and I was like, this is all useless, this doesn't make sense, this is horrible. Anyways, 2016 happened, and I think that is when the life happened. My relationship with food definitely took a toll, and now I was literally eating whatever I wanted to. And यहाँ पे वो थोड़ा पैसा वसूल करने का attitude भी आया था, and I'll tell you how. So you know, I was in road track clubs and everything, so I used to get those okay, I have a thing for burgers, I have a thing for McDonald's, freaking love that stuff. And I got this card from McDonald's which had like, you know, you take 2 meals you get 3 free, or you take this and you get that free. तो वो पैसे वसूल करने के चक्कर में, and McDonald's was very close to my college, so I would go on McDonald's, sit there for hours at stretch. And my weakness is burgers and soft drinks. Just, I freaking love a good thumbs up, I love a good Red Bull, I love those kind of you know, aerated drinks. I love those stuff. And I think that was the time when McDonald's started with their vending machine of unlimited aerated drinks. Girl मैंने ऑलमोस्ट मेरा घर बसा दिया था, बस एक टेंट लगा के देते ना, मैं वहीं पे सो जाती, because literally I had this spot and this chair fixed. It was that bad, but I mean, whatever, I felt I was having fun, I was happy. It was a lot of mindless eating where I wasn't hungry, but I just consumed food, and I would eat food really fast, like with the rapid speed of my with the rapid speed of my thoughts in my mind, I would be consuming food. It's not even funny. I would be done with my meals like this. And during this period, all of my friends from junior college, when they would see me, they would go like, girl, you've gained a little bit of weight, huh? And I'll be like, yeah. And I would consume more food, because words expressing, telling them, oh, I feel bad, or just finding another way of overcoming it. This toxic relationship with me and my food went on for straight 3 years, and it was unnoticed, it was undetectable. I didn't even realize that I was into binge eating or I have a pattern until this happened, the climax of my life, if I may. So I had a family wedding. I had a lot of family weddings in 2019, and the thing is, I'm the youngest one in my family of my generation. Like, basically I'm young, so I don't know a lot of family members, I don't know a lot of relations. There's this lady, I didn't know if she was family or friend, and we were just sitting around in a room full of women, at least 10 to 15 of them, and I was sitting right in front of her, and I was on my phone playing or something, and she said, your feet look swollen. So I looked at my feet and I was like, they look just fine to me. So I was like, Then I went back in my phone. Then she said, oh, your face is also swollen. And I'm like, maybe my contours faded, whatever. I ignored her. And oh my god, she just started body shaming me right in front of everybody, and not to me, to my mother who was in the same room. And I just didn't know what was happening. It took time to process, and I knew I had to make a quick decision. There were two things I could do. One, I could back answer her, but what would have happened? I would have not only been the fat girl, I would have also been the fat girl who back answers adults. Other thing I could do is what I did. I changed. I did what was right. But at that moment, I felt so disgusted with my body, and I felt it for the first time. I've never felt that. Even when I was 105, I felt I was beautiful. It's now when I look at the pictures and I'm like, oh my god, me ashi दिसाई थी, oh my god, मैं ऐसे दिखती थी, oh my god, is this how I looked? That's how I feel. But when I was that figure, I was like, girl, I look sharp. I never ever let myself feel that, oh, I'm a certain type or a certain body and a certain something. I was always proud of my body, always. Sometimes I faked it, sometimes I truly was. But I would, and that is another thing, I never ever talk ill about myself in front of anybody. Not ill about my pictures. A lot of time my friends are taking my pictures and I see a lot of them are like, oh, I look like this and I look like that. And you will never see me complain about pictures. I'll say the picture is bad or picture is good, but I'll never be like, oh, I look fat over here, I look ugly in this, my eyes look a certain way, my teeth look a certain. You will never see me pinpointing about my flaws or my downsides in front of anybody. You talk ill about yourself, you kind of let others to talk ill about yourself, and that's where everything goes wrong. So that is a boundary I've drew for myself, and I've drew it for everybody. And on 14th of April, I met with a nutritionist who is the family friend, and I remember going to her at the lowest point of my life. Like there was nothing worse than this, because now I was guilty. I wanted to get rid of my body. I wanted to get out of that body. So I remember going to her. I know keto was a thing. I mean, it is still a thing, and I have nothing against anybody who's doing keto. I know so many of my friends doing keto and have achieved the body they dreamt of. Anyways, I remember going to her and I remember telling her I want keto, and she was like, oh, you're not getting it. She's like, okay, I'm going to give you a diet and you're going to follow it. I was like, no, I've done the gym before, I've done the diet before. It took me forever. I don't have that kind of time. I want it quick, I want it right now. I just want to get rid of this. I just want to get out of this. She said, what you're about to do is a lifestyle switch. It's going to be a routine, it's going to be a habit. It's not a one-time thing to reach a certain level. This is going to be the new you. This is going to be who you are moving forward. And I remember being like, that's fine, I want keto. I was so stubborn. So was she. She was like, no, the truth is keto cannot be a lifestyle. It is not a lifestyle. And I think she told me it is not good for your pancreas. And I remember she wrote my diet on a piece of paper, and I took the paper and I was like, this is not going to work on me. You know what? I know my body. I know how rigid it is. I kept telling her even that I know my body. This is not going to work. And I remember taking that paper and I was like, I know my body. I know this is not going to work. And I know I'm going to be disappointed. You might as well join the bandwagon and we all can be disappointed together. That was literally my attitude with the diet. And I was like, okay, I did the diet. And you know what? The first week I remember losing 1200 grams. I just did not see this coming, and that's how I started just following what she did. I of course have my tips and techniques and tricks and everything that I will talk about very soon. There'll be much more videos like this on my channel. I think this is already very long, but yeah, I just started following my diet seriously and sincerely. I still go head over heels with McDonald's burger and a good thumbs up. And please tell me that you are like me, you know the difference between thumbs up Coke and Pepsi. They are not the same. So yeah, I mean, it has been a journey, girl. It has been a journey, and I'm still on it. And I have my ups, which I share with you, and then I have my lows, which I also share with you. I spoke about a little bit of that in this video right here somewhere on the screen. You can check that out. The whole point is you just have to keep going. One mantra I followed throughout this journey was just get up and just take one day at a time. Don't think too much into it. Don't not think about it. Just wake up and just get through that day. And I literally can't believe it's been 365 plus days that I've been doing, and I did it pretty well, I guess. And you just have to make sure you get through that today just fine, and you're gonna wake up. And if you make mistakes, which you are very likely to, you are going to have your downs, your lows. When times you give into temptations, you will have those. I know I definitely have those, and I'm so blessed to have friends who call me out on those. Like, shout out to everybody that I know who would be like, Reena, you've consumed a lot of junk this week. Reena, we see your stories. What is wrong with you? What is up with you? And I like that inside. You know, I no longer feel attacked by those. I feel, oh my god, thanks. That was a awakening call. Thanks. I'm gonna get back on my track. Also, please stop with this attitude कि मैं जंक तो खाऊंगी बट मैं एक्सरसाइज डबल करूंगी तो मेरा वेट लॉस हो जाएगा. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, I have a lot of friends who are still doing that kind of thing. That kind of attitude does not take you to weight loss. A serious diet does. And long story short, if there's anything, weight loss is 75% of what you consume, what you eat, and the rest 25 is the exercise, the fitness, which really works in my benefit because I'm not the exercise kind of type, and I'm not a very foodie. I don't like too many flavors. I don't like to experiment, and I'm also not that great at cooking. So even if I'm tempted, like in this lockdown, I really can't do much about it because aata hi nahi hai banane. And if you have the money to spend on yourself, I would rather suggest you to please go to a nutritionist rather than the gym or the trainer for weight loss, because that has worked for me. I'm not a professional. With the little money that you have, the little money if you can save, go to a nutritionist. They freaking know what they're doing. It's like you eat the same food, but you just eat in a different combination and does something on the insides, and you don't even realize, and it's like boom, weight loss. That's how I look at it. That's how I have fun with it. Have fun with it. And honestly, hang around with people who are having the same approach or who have the same ideology. Because now I have this girl gang in my new college. Everybody is super fit, but they still want to get into their desired shape, which I am nobody to judge for. But the point being, everybody is conscious about what they eat. And fun having your friends with you in this journey, because when you are having a low, they will uplift you, and when they are having a low, you will uplift them. Although मेरे केस में मुझे सारी upliftment लगती है, so that's that. But yes, I don't know if this is what you were expecting of how I lost my weight, but I mean, it was definitely a lot of story time, a little bit of tips and tricks here and there. I do intend to do a part 2 fully dedicated to everything I've learned throughout my weight loss. Let me know if that idea interests you. And yes, I'm really happy. I'm glad. I'm just vented it all out, and now it's in the thin air and it's all on the internet, and I'm very proud of it. I am happy I was able to get all deep and vulnerable. That's about it. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, you know what to do. Give this video a big thumbs up, and while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell notification so that you get updated every time I'm online. And you can also follow me through my social media, the links to which will be in the description. And with all of that being said, if you think this video can help out anybody, literally anybody, please share it with them. That would mean the world to them and to me, of course. And yes, I upload videos twice a week, and yes, I will see you super soon. Till then, take care. Goodbye.